Welcome back to our NEAR SDK series. Tired of smart contract errors or even worse? Today I will show you 3 powerful attributes that will help you to eliminate the most common vulnerabilities and prevent 90% of development errors before they happen. I will teach you Payable, the functions that allows payments on NEAR, private, restricting access for your own contract, and derive on PanicOnDefault for safe initialization. Let's start with PanicOnDefault. This prevents initialized contract state, building on our previous contract. I'm going to show you how this attribute protects your contract from one of the most dangerous vulnerabilities. First, let me add the PanicOnDefault import and derive it to our contract struct. Notice, I'm importing PanicOnDefault from NEAR SDK and adding it as a derive attribute to our contract struct. This is crucial safety measure. Without PanicOnDefault, if someone calls your contract functions before properly initialization, they might access initialized data. NEAR tokens field would be 0, timestamp would be 0, creating invalid contract state. This prevents subtle bugs and unexpected behavior from initialized data. Next is Payable. This attribute allows your function to receive NEAR tokens by default. All NEAR smart contract functions reject attached deposit. They'll panic if someone tries to send NEAR to them. You can remember it from previous lesson that it was panic because we don't have Payable. Let me add the Payable attribute to our BuyItem function and show you why this is essential. Abandoning the Payable attribute above our function, this single attribute changes the function's behavior to accept NEAR payments, instead of rejecting them. The Payable attribute changes its default behavior, allowing the function to accept payments. Inside the function, I still need to check the deposit amount with attached deposit and validate it meets our requirements. Key points about Payable. Without Payable, any function call with attached NEAR will fail. You still need to check the deposit amount with attached deposit, even with Payable. You can receive 0 NEAR, always validate amounts. Think of Payable as safety feature. It prevents accidental loss of NEAR tokens by ensuring only intended function can receive payments. Finally, private. These functions are part of contract interface, but only the contract's account can call them. Let me show you how to use private function for internal contract operation. I will add a private function that updates auction status internally. I'm creating a private function called update auction status with a private attribute. This function can extend the auction by 1 day if it has ended. The private attributes ensure that only your contract can call this function. If an external user or another contract try to call update auction status directly, the transaction will fail. How it works? Private checks the caller is the contract itself, not an external account. The most common use cases for private is callback functions from cross contract calls. We'll learn about it later, where you need to process results from other contracts safely. Okay, let's interact with our smart contract. First, I need to create a dev account where will be deployed our smart contract. Yep, testnet, create. Yep, successfully create our dev account. Right now, I'm deploying our smart contract without init call, testnet, send. Yeah, we have successfully deployed our smart contract. Right now, I'm interacting with our smart contract. I need to initialize our smart contract. So here I'm calling new. We have no args inside of our new, so just empty brackets. Testnet, signed and sent. Yep, right now I'm checking our function update auction status private. Now I will call as smart contract to see if it works. Yeah, calling the smart contract. Yeah, it works, and right now I'm going to call it as another account, not smart contract, and we should get an error. So update auction status, empty brackets. Here we choose another account. Yep. And you can see I got an error because only smart contract can call private function. Okay, let's interact with our by item function to check if it accepts some nears. By item, yep. Okay, here I'm put 2 nears inside of our smart contract. Yeah, it accepts near payments. That's the essential NEAR SDK series. Today we covered PanicOnDefault for safe contract initialization, Payable to accept NEAR payment, and Private for contract-only access. If this attribute helped to secure a smart contract, press like button and comment which attribute you like the most, PanicOnDefault, Payable, or Private. Subscribe and turn notifications to see our next NEAR SDK series. See you next time.